All right, good morning. Good morning, world. Good morning, Coin Observatory. What a crazy time it is to be alive and a market participant right now. Right? Crazy times, crazy times. You'll know why I'm saying that. If you don't know, you'll know by the end of the stream. Now, Alright, we're live on both platforms, Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to start with Bitcoin. We're going to hop into BTC USD. I'm just going to do a quick roundup, what I'm seeing, what I think is going to happen. I still think we got a ways down to correct before we make a new high, right? A lot of bulls are hopeful. We did get in a just in case long yesterday. Based on that 61.8, I think it's this one. Yep. As minor 61.8. If this holds, right, we're failing to close above 31,844 for now. It's gonna need a strong push above to get us going, right? That's what this is gonna need. But then again, I think we could bull trap. We could bull trap all the way to the 36, right? So 36,632. We can go all the way up to 36,800. And then still be bearish, right? I wouldn't consider Bitcoin to be quote-unquote bullish until we close above here and then keep going up, right? I think it's very likely it would go up and reject here and come back lower. There's a lot of these like meme charts like, oh, this is a bull flag. I mean, I don't know how you guys are drawing it. If you just take the close and the close, it's more of a parallel channel, right? If we take the wicks, then it's an ugly bull flag. And just a disclaimer, we saw a lot of these type setups on metals last quarter, few quarters, right? And they're still stuck in these flags. I can't tell you how many times I saw people get faked out by these breaks on this flag, right? And it still has not ran, right? I think silver is doing the same thing. Why am I comparing gold to silver? Well, I'm just telling you, we've seen these setups develop and still no break, right? Still no break. All right, Ether. Okay, so back to BTC. If BTC was going to break down, if we're going to break down, I think the next down target's going to be like, that's when you buy the wick, right? That's when you start throwing money at BTC. As like, this is not financial advice. That's where I'm gonna start throwing more money at BTC and like leveraging longs and tight stop is like 23, 21, 18.7, right? I think if we were to still correct, like I don't care how high we go until we take out the next high or close above 36.8. I want to see these levels get ring. It's just, to me, that's where liquidity is on this chart, and that's what the chart needs to look for. Like, why are you saying that? We're in a bull run. We shouldn't pull back that much. Well, if you look at the previous bull run, we saw plenty of these corrections. These are all 61.8 corrections. I said that in the chat a lot about the 61.8s on BTC. Man, let me try to get my camera to auto adjust. I can't believe I'm that blurry and it's 2021. Bam! Look at that. Crisp and clear, man. So crispy. What's up, Steven? Okay, so back to what I was saying is, we had all these 61.8 corrections everywhere, right? We had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the way up, right? So I think in order for it to be a healthy retrace, we want to see 61.8 correction. And like if we do break back up to that 38, it's nothing we've never seen before. It's nothing we've never seen before. Then or 36,800, it would literally be like a copy of this move. Right, where it held twice. Oh, it's bottom. We're going to go up. We're going to keep going up. We're going to new moon. And what happened? It just got necked, right? And now that move would be refill short bags, heavy shorten, 36, 37, 36,800. I'll go over it in our Discord BTC channel. But I'm pretty sure it's like 36,800. Yeah, 36,800. Okay, that's what I got for BTC. Ether doesn't look the same, but I mean, if BTC corrects, Ether should correct as well. And we should see some kind of liquidity move, right? We should see some kind of liquidity move. I mean, it's actually looking strong. Ether might go up and test like 1900. I don't know. These fibs look pretty strong to me. That'd be crazy. Wouldn't be that crazy. It is crypto after all. All right. Let's talk some stocks. You guys saw that, GME hype. And I said like, get out of these positions. Get out of your hyped up Wall Street bets bullshit. Because what do we know now? I think Robinhood stopped trading them. The brokers are shutting you guys down. The brokers, you had who was it? I think it was, I'm up in the Discord real quick. Oh, come on, don't slow me down. Alright, fuck it. But, I think Robinhood is not, allowing you to trade these stocks anymore, right? So you're going to be stuck in these positions. You're going to find a broker that's going to support them. Then you're going to have to do a transfer to that broker. I don't know what's going to happen. But historically, moves like that kind of quote-unquote bullshit markets has never ended well, guys. Like, it's just never ended well. And, yeah, it literally doesn't end well. So I kind of stayed away. I don't have a position in Nokia. I don't have a position in GME. I didn't have a position in any of that, just because I didn't. First of all, we don't need exposure to that. We're crushing it, right? And yeah. All right, show me some questions. I'm not in on the GME fund, Dylan. I think GME fund is pure stupidity, right? It has literally turned into an organized pump, so to speak, right? And do this real quick. Yeah, it's turned into an organized pump, and that never ends well, right? I was talking to somebody, and I'm like, you need to sell. You need to sell today, and that was yesterday. And they're like, oh, no, they told us not to sell before Friday. At that point, it is definitely sounding like, an organized pump and dump scheme. And even though it's not labeled as a pump and dump scheme, it doesn't end well. That type of market behavior never ends well. But I am, man. I wasn't on Beyond, right? And I am in on American Airlines, and I'm in on so many other beautiful things that are legitimate trades that don't need any hype. All right, guys. Some of you guys were asking, like, hey, what are we gonna do with these positions? So go ahead and show me some stocks. Let's look at a few things. Home Depot has been a big disappointment, man. I still have a position in there. It's coming back down, right? Retesting fib levels. But this should continue on up. Let's fib the new extension, because we got in like right here, hoping it would go much higher. It would pull a Spotify. I think once we get the new stimulus money, stuff like Home Depot is going to start moving again. 279. Got to regain that 275. We do. I think a lot of the funds are kind of scared of short selling now. They're not going to be short selling anything into the dirt. I think that's the lesson learned. There's lessons learned on both sides. Exit plan for AAPL. If you have the 219s, February 19s, we're going to get the fuck out at open, right? There's no reason to hold the February 19s when the market just yesterday's open or the day before's open wasn't even looking that good. Everybody was nervous at open. And then we had a 15-30% day overall on our positions, right? So markets are looking shaky. The American Airlines, the 219s, February 19 calls, I plan on selling 100%. Now, my June calls, I'm going to hold those, right? Because I think the worst of the worst is over in terms of COVID. But the 219 calls, that's money in the bank. Looks like metals are rallying a little bit. Let's look at indices. The SPY looked fucking horrid yesterday. But we do know it does do these fib retests, and if it is poised for a blow off, what the S&P likes to do is come down and set up these bear traps, right? If the 61.8 is 372, right, and it held. Now continuation is 389, right? So yesterday on the dip, we were buying 389. 2 weeks ago, when I saw this kind of setup developing, what did I do? I said, guys, we're going to buy VIX calls, 1850s, and it was at like 16. It was right here, right? And we got into those VIX calls. That's the reason I play those hedges. Anytime we have like S&P exposure, QQQ exposure, we want to have some VIX because these types of bear traps are going to happen on the way up. We're going to see a lot of them. And usually after one like this, we can see an extended run because what that's going to do is going to trap some shorts and it's going to short squeeze. Now, if this trade goes south, when will we know if it goes south? Well, we got the opposite 61.8, right? The 61.8 bearish retracement. And that would be a move up to 379, right? It's got to hold 379. This is the magic number for the S&P right now. And if it holds 79, then bam, guys, we're knocking out. You zoom out. The reason I didn't think this run was over, we have not rang the long-term fib, right? We have some long-term fibs that have been here since the 2000 financial crash. This range created a major extension that we are in right now, right? And these kinds of moves define what's going to happen. All right, hop into QQQ. Let's look at tech. Yep, man, I'm Dylan on Facebook. Dude, it never ends well. It never ends well. You know, I shit you not. One of my friends, personal friends, I'm like, get the fuck out. And he's like a CPA. No, he's a finance grad from SMU, and his wife's a CPA. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna hold it one more day. Not gonna end well. Another guy, he's like already a millionaire, not from trading, from his business. I'm like, dude, sell. He's like, oh, they said hold it till Friday. I'm like, you're stupid. Anyway, the saga never ends well. So Q's, you know, Apple had a record quarter and it dumped. I haven't looked at it today. Oh, it's not looking that ugly. Look at that. We got the fibs holding. We might see continuation. Likely a move to 147 and on and on and on and on. I might rebuy some of the calls that I sold on Apple before the drop. 521s, Steven. Scale out, brother. Make it a free play, man. The least you can do is make it a free play. You have no more skin in the game. I mean, you still have skin in the game, but you have no more additional risk than you're willing to take. All right? You freed up your risk. Oh, looks like BTC's moving. It's moving. So our long targets, right? You guys know our long targets. We got, 33's one. They're in Discord. Is that it? Is that all you guys got for me? Nobody wants to know anything about any other stocks? Let me go through my Robinhood and see what we're holding. That's not in the money, because a lot of our cannabis stuff. Oh, CGC was a big mover yesterday, man. And we've had these calls for a while. At this point, I took profit on like 40% of my CGC. It is beyond a free play. I'm going to let it play out. Maybe I'll sell some more of 40. Maybe I'll sell another 20% of 40. And then just let it do its thing. Hang on to the rest, right? Tilray. Let's go over some of the cannabis calls. Man, you guys remember when I called these? I called these in like, October. It was like right here. Straight bottom. So Tilray's trying to keep rallying, and I'm just gonna hang on to my long-term calls, right? I'm still gonna hold on to the stock for now. I did exercise 750s when we were trading at 20. All right, so I think 29 is our next target on Tilray. And then yeah, definitely we're just gonna stick to this this fib setup, and we might come back down to like 15, retest, fuck around, but 28, 29 is the ideal range. BlackBerry, if it is being showed on Wall Street Bets, you can't fucking trade it anymore. Stay away from these things, guys. Some of you guys don't learn, man. This chart actually looked like it was ready to go. It went. If it's gonna keep going up, I'd say 33 is a good exit point if you can trade it. 33 is a good get out and dodge. Take your money, and I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you made money trading GME, AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry, whatever is being shown, if you made Wall Street Bets money and that was your only profitable run in the market, go ahead and take those profits and withdraw them to the bank and keep trading with your original capital. Because if you don't do that, the market's going to take that money right out of you. You're just going to give it right back up. I guarantee it. Boom. That's what I'm talking about, man. Robinhood took BlackBerry off. You can't even fucking trade it. You guys think you can outsmart the market by doing some hyped up bullshit. Sorry. I mean, am I on retail side or on the hedge fund side? I'm definitely all up for retail. I'm all up for liquidating hedge funds for short selling. But you gotta know when to get out and when the party's over. And if you didn't get out and you're at the party and it got busted, whatever's in your pocket is going to get you in trouble, or you can't get rid of it anymore. So, let's look at some real stocks. Redfin. Man, some of our viewers are hating me right now for hating on them, but I'm not really hating. I'm just like being a legit trader. Seeing like Dave Portnoy yesterday talking that shit, can't handle BTC volatility. All right. Redfin. 73's got a hold. If you get a continuation here, we go to 98. So like, quick disclaimer, man, like at this point, if you're in Redfin, like great, take some profit. These kinds of pumps that we're seeing in the market, like American Airlines, and I'm not gonna say it looks exit pumpy, and I've said it things look exit pumpy before, and then we've continued going higher. But you guys know, if you're in Discord, I am getting ready to be majority cash, right? I'm trying to exit as many positions as I can and only take on a lot smaller risk. So if I was buying like 10 contracts or something, now I'm buying 4 contracts, right? Even though I've made a lot of money and I can buy 100 freaking contracts, but at this point, it is best to kind of have more cash than actual exposure, or get ready for that cash more than exposure, just to see how things are going to play out. We got a new tax plan coming in. Like when cryptos were getting taxed in 2018, the IRS is like, oh no more like-kind exchange. We're going to have capital gains tax on them, yada, yada, yada. We saw exit pumps and we saw the market go into a bear. I'm not saying stocks are going to go into bear market, but I don't know what's going to happen to the overvaluation. We are overvaluated. We're in a huge conundrum. Market's overvaluated, stocks overvaluated, and the Fed's printing money, so we're seeing inflation on stocks, right? Never seen that before. So, that's my view on Redfin. DraftKings, don't have a position. I should have, man. I should have. Probably gonna moon. But I mean, everything's so extended, right? I'd much rather like go into cash now, or start getting ready to go almost fully cash and just be patient. Like, remember like pre-COVID, right? Just be patient, wait for some kind of pullback, and then go shopping. No reason to bet on extended anything. 72, if this keeps going up, right? 72, it's above 53, it's above the 61.8, so our next extension is likely going to be up here. But don't be fooled by a close above the 61.8. I was just showing you in the last BTC top. You know, don't be fooled by an extension that closes above the 61.8. It's tricky. You know, if it starts pulling back, closes below, get out. All right? Keep this in mind, the structure. Disney. I wanted to get into Disney. I should have gotten Disney yesterday. I posted it the night before. Oh man, we're still dumping. Good. We're filling that gap. Oh man, that looks really good for a turnaround. Maybe 175. Let's shop Disney 175s today. The gap's filled. Earnings February 11. That's something I'm willing to buy. 175. Yeah, man, American Airlines pumping. I signaled it on Monday. And we've had the ones from October too. So, GoPro. This is gonna be, I think, one of like the freaking biggest surprises. Stock that nobody's looking at, that is beyond bottomed, and we're gonna see GoPro kind of go parabolic. This just gave me a little different perspective on it. But we do have the 11 calls for July. We do have 15 calls for further out. This looks like a good fib setup, right? It's actually, in terms of my fib placement, it looks pretty good. This one looks good too. So I still think this thing's getting ready to just take off, you know, like very much of a bottom structure. When I saw this, I'm like, guys, we're getting in a GoPro. American Airlines, man, it was at like 29. I think it sold down a little bit. 22, right? I mean, our target was 21. I wasn't being too ambitious. I just knew that by the time we had these earnings, that the market should realize that this thing should be at least a 21. And that's why we took that position. Now, it would have been nice to sell at 30, yeah, but we can't sell our options in pre-market. So guess what? We can't. You can only do what you can do, right? Yep. How many of you guys know the second my dog? I put my dog out and she's like knocking at the door. Give you guys like a minute to drop some tickers. I'll be right back. All right. Best stock to start now. Thanks for the honesty. Man, I'd look at like, you know, we've already been positioning for a while in a lot of these things. If you want the best stock to start now, you know, join our Discord, and every Monday we do like a stock market channels are free for everyone type deal where you can see everything we're looking at. And like I signaled American Airlines last Monday, and now it's pumping. So a lot of good stocks right now. That's it? You guys done? Nothing else? Well, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a good stream. There's a link to Discord. Click that link. Smash the like button and hop into Discord. We pretty much do this all day, every day, just without the live stream part. And we got the best community. The guys are crushing it. I don't know why. There we go. Discord kind of acts silly when I pop it up on here, man. Like, borderline freezes. But I'm looking forward to continuation out of this market before we enter some kind of correction. And yeah.